Hey everybody, welcome back to Collectibles Chat. Today is Thursday, July 2nd. I got my dates right today. Gosh, this month is already started off, I guess, with a bang. I hope you guys are excited about the fourth holiday, America's 250th anniversary, coming up this weekend, and I hope you guys will be safe and enjoy the festivities. If you're outside, drink lots of fluid because it sure is hot. Yesterday, you probably saw me open, or if you haven't, go back and watch that video. We opened 1988 Topps um, big baseball. So it was a little bit bigger baseball and cards, and they're all horizontal. Normally, I don't like horizontal cards. I like the vertical, the portrait type cards, but it is what it is. And that's what we opened up yesterday. One thing that we were that I wasn't sure about was how many cards were actually in this set. So I'm gonna pull this up here and see if I can get this up on the screen so you guys can see it. But let's see if we can flip over to the screen. Here we go. Okay, so this is the checklist. And we started off with the first 88 cards in Series 1. And I've got Series 2, but I found out yesterday there's actually a Series 3. And to not be without that one, I ordered a box. It should be here within the next few days. But here's who we got. We got all of pretty much all the big names, but there were two big ones that we're missing out of first series, and that is Nolan Ryan, number 29, and Kirby Puckett, number 36. I think we got a lot of the other cards, but those we were missing. So today we're in cards 89 through like 120 something, 130 something. We're looking for Barry Bonds, Oral Hershiser, Brett Saberhagen. Let's see, Tim Raines, Tim Rock Raines, Roger Clemens. Let's see what else we've got through 176. Ozzie Virgil, Andre Dawson will be in this one. George Brett will be in this. Tony Gwynn, Ricky Henderson. There's Jack Morris. All that will take us through the series two or the second series. And then we'll finish up probably next week sometime with this last series that will have the Ozzie Smith, the Don Mattingly's, the Dave Parkers. There's Daryl Strawberry. Let's see who else. Eddie Murray will be in there. Carlton Fisk. And I think that's Jim Rice and Burt Blyleven. Mark McGuire will be in that last one as well. So that's who we're looking for. We did okay on the first one. It was not a bad video at all. I put a value of $20 per box. Now this last box I ended up paying $23 for it. So let's just say we're right at 65 bucks. The first video we probably if we gave 50 cent per card of the big names, we probably got um about 40 bucks out of there. So I was pleased with that. We're over halfway to our goal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up the other camera real quick. We're gonna jump in here and we're gonna see if we can open up series number two or second series, not series number two, and see what we can find. I'm excited about these. I hope you are as well. And let's see if we can jump right into it. I'm gonna move some of these over to the side so I can get to them a little easier. These packs are a lot easier to open than some of the others. All of the um, all of the packs come with this little company store card from Topps. Chet Lemon, Steve Bouchel, there's Freddie Lynn. Good one. Nick Assessi, there's Mike Morgan and Doug Drayback. Once we got towards the end, there's 30. Okay, so there's 36 packs here. There's 7 cards per pack. There's 260 cards, I think, altogether in the 3 sets. Each box would have 36 packs times 7. What would that be? About 250 cards per box. Who did I say the big names were in here? I'm looking for George Brett. Or maybe if they packed them wrong, probably not likely that we'll find that Nolan Ryan in here. There's Roger Clemens. That's a good one. Good one to find there. And once again, if you guys are interested in any of these cards, please let me know. There's Mike Scott. Goodness, look at the dings in the corners here. Mike Scott, Lloyd Mosley. There's Jack Morris. Hopefully, this is just the bad pack. Most of these are in pretty good shape, but that one was not. Like I was saying, if you find any cards in here that you like, let me know. Or I'm probably going to put together a full set. There's Oral Hershiser. That'll be a good one. Probably going to be able to put together there's Jesse Barfield, Franklin Stubbs. I'm hoping at least 2 sets. Now, we are missing some cards from Series 1, and we may have to find those somewhere. If any of you guys out there have these, let me know. Rafael Belliard or Steve Trout. There's Rich. Look at that hair. Rich Sutcliffe. Rich Sutcliffe, not only was he a great pitcher, but he was in a country music band. I don't know if he was or not, but he sure could have been with that hair. There's Chet Lemon, Jim Presley, Walker. There's Mike Marshall. I think this is pack number 7 or 8. Got a couple upside down, maybe. Mel Hall, Chris Brown, Lou Whitaker. Lou had played in the league for a long time. Don Baylor, Haskell, and Dave Steeb. How many of you guys want a complete set of 1988 Big Baseball? Let me know. Let me know if you do. There's Jose Uribe. Jose Uribe, born 1959. That is correct. I believe that is correct. Most of the cards show him born in 1960. And I think that one is not an era. Got a whole stack of the era cards. There's Oral Hershiser again. Dave Henderson, Greg Walker. Well, we have started out to a slow start with this video today. Might not be as many big hits in series 2 or the second series. We did hit the big ones in the first series, and I'm not going to tell you who those were. You'll have to go back and watch the video, but the most expensive card in the collection, I think we got like 4 of them out of that first video, so that was nice. And they're not high dollar cards. Not high dollar cards at all. But sure are fun to open. There's Ozzie Virgil and another Jose Uribe. Jim Sundberg. There's Barry Bonds. That's a good one. One of the big hits that we were looking for. And another Roger Clemens. Okay, Jesse Barfield, Danny Cox, and Rick Shrew. Or just Shoe, I guess. I added an extra R in there. Played for the Orioles. I don't remember too much about him, but I do remember him in a few games. Mike Morgan, Roger McDowell. Starting to get a lot of duplicates. There's Kelly Gruber. This might have been his second or third year. Okay. We are about halfway through. Rob Deere, Von Hayes. There's Harold Reynolds. Looking for Tim Raines in here too. Maybe we'll pull him pretty soon. Okay, Andre Dawson, one of my favorite players of all time. Von Hayes. There's another Fred Lynn. Another Andre Dawson. That's nice. And Howard Johnson. Howard Johnson was a big hitter back for the Mets back in the day. Don Baylor, Jeff Robinson. Jose Lind, Bannister, Jeff Stone. Oops. Okay, down to our final half of the box. Remember I said there's 36 packs in here, 7 cards per pack. We're looking for big hits today like Tim Raines, Roger Clemens. There we go. Tim Raines. Speaking it is there. That is fantastic. There's Oral Hershiser. Now we're looking for another Kansas City Royals, not Kurt Stillwell, but George Brett. That is the big one from this series. George Brett. Let's see if we can find him here soon. Bob Kipper, Fisher. Here is the checklist. Let's see if there's anybody else that I've missed on here. There's Tim Raines. We just got him. Ken Griffey Senior card is in here. Of course, he was just Ken Griffey at the time. Um, there's George Brett, Tony Gwynn. We need Tony Gwynn and Ricky Henderson. And Pedro Guerrero. Okay, so we got some big ones in here that we haven't hit yet. There's Chet Lemon, Steve Bouchette. Got probably about 12 packs to go. Mike Morgan, a couple of dings here. Kingery, there's Roger Clemens, dinged up little corner. Jesse Barfield, Gruber. There's Pedro Guerrero. I hate that that one's not in great shape. And Rick Rhoden. So these got dinged up a good bit. I know some of the packs came out of the box the other day. There's Lou Whitaker, Mike Scott, Kurt McCaskill, Dave Stieb, another checklist, and Juan Castillo. What are you guys doing for the 4th? You guys gonna celebrate locally, or are you guys going on vacation? Tell me in the comments. I'm curious. Jack Howe, Chris Brown, Luke Whitaker, Don Baylor, a lot of dupes here. There's Jack Morris. That's a good looking card. Mel Hall. I am going to go out of town for a few days. Not over the 4th though. We're gonna wait a little while, but just do some local stuff here. Celebrate locally, which I'm happy about. There's Jerry Brown. There's Gary Gaetti, Rich Gedman. There's Ken Griffey Sr. Dan Pasqua. Okay, so we have got about 14 packs left. A little off on my number a while ago. So 14 packs left. Can we get a Brett and Ricky Henderson? That's who we need. There's Julio Franco. Tony Gwynn. We need him too. So Tony Gwynn, that was nice. Now we need Henderson and Brett. George Brett, Ricky Henderson. George Brett, Mr. Pine Tar, and Ricky Henderson. Stolen base leader. There's Todd Worrell. Another Oral Hershiser. Dave Henderson. There's Ozzie Virgil. Another question for the group. How many of you guys remember, there's Andre Dawson, remember seeing the game where George Brett had all the pine tar on his bat? Got thrown out of the game for all the pine tar, excessive pine tar on the bat. And he went crazy, it seemed like. He knew he had been caught and just went ballistic. There's another Tim Raines. That's nice. Brett Saberhagen. Good card there. Dave Henderson. We need a Ricky. Ricky Henderson. There we go. Ricky Henderson. Now we got one big one left, about 10 packs to go. We need George Brett. George Brett. Where are you, George Brett? Concepcion and Jeff Robinson. I don't want to have to try to find a George Brett card. George Brett's, there we go. We got it right here on the front. Not the greatest. Card's not in super bad shape. Got a lot of miscut print stuff here, but maybe we'll find another one. It's a nice one though. There's Tony Gwynn. Nice to have two of those. Mel Hall. Okay. Last 6 or 7 packs to go. Be nice to have another Tim Raines and another George Brett. A more clean George Brett would be nice. At least we got one, right? At least we got one. There's another Hershiser. Jerry Brown. There's Steve Trout. Barfield. There's Ken Griffey Sr. Johnny Ray. It was just Ken Griffey at the time. Son was not playing until the very next year because 1989 was his rookie year. Mike Aldretti. Okay, we are down to the final 4 packs of today's rip. And like I said, I went ahead and ordered the Series 3. So it should be here. Probably it's going to get here next week. But I'm excited about that. Jose Uribe, Jeff Stone, Brett Butler, Donnie Hill. There's another Saberhagen, Dave Henderson, Greg Walker. We need another Brett. Maybe it'll be in this pack right on top. That would be nice. Mark Langston, Mike Scott, a couple of Dean Corners in this one too. Mario Soto, Tom Gandiani, and Kevin McReynolds. Okay, so we got a few in that pack that we have not pulled in series two or the second series. But here's what we're looking at, just so you know. First series, one to cards 1 to 88. Second series, 89 to 176. Third series, all the way to 264. Pretty sure we're going to be able to put together at least one set. Maybe there's another Ricky Henderson. That's good. That's a good looking card too. That's in great shape. Okay, we're at final pack. Or at least be able to put together one set. We'll probably have to find that Nolan Ryan card, but I think we got most of series two. There's another Guerrero, which is nice. Pedro Guerrero. Let's finish up with a Brett. Give me a Brett here. Tom Browning, Bannister, Virgil, and Mike Kingery. Okay, so let's just count up what we got. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. If we do the same scenario as the first one, that would give us about $11 in cards. Probably got another couple bucks in the rest of these. I mean, there's a lot of cards here. So let's just say we got about $13 in this series two. First series, we cleared about 40. So we're almost at the total. I am thinking that let's see, what would that be? That would be 40 and 13. So we're at $53. We got 63 invested. We need 10 more bucks in that final case. So we're going to probably open that maybe Tuesday of next week. So we got to wait a little while and give you time to go back and watch video number one. If you like what you see here in these videos, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Tell all your friends. And if you see any cards that you're interested in, send me a message and let me know. Until the next video, I hope you guys have a great week. Happy 4th. Goodbye, everybody.